Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to my YouTube Live on Monday evening. I hope everyone's having a great day. We're having a bad thunderstorm here, so hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, my internet holds out. So hop on, say hi, let me know where you're from, and we're going to get started because I've got a lot of things to show you and tell you, and I don't want to get hung up. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. RoseWardStampersdelight.com. So a couple things I want to tell you before I get started. July is right around the corner, so don't forget you only have 2 days left. Okay, I'm on. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Judy. You only have 2 days left to get the starter kit and the free bundles, so go to Stampersdelight.com and join the fun. I'd love to have you on my team, and you get that free bundle. Also, tomorrow is the last day to get that extra $25 in free product with a $250 order or workshop. So don't let that slip by you, okay? So we are going to jump right in here. I'm going to flip the camera. Just keep the comments coming. I will definitely get back with you if I don't answer you because the comments are over here. Okay, so let's get started. Again, RoseWardStampersDelight.com. If you'd like to order from me up until tomorrow, this is my host code for June. Go to Stampersdelight.com and use that host code if it's $150 or more. Don't use that code because you want to get the bonus awards. What I'm going to show tonight, got some scraps over here, is the Boho Indigo product medley. Now, when I decided I was going to do this, okay, it was available. I will tell you that in the United States right now, it's back ordered. Back ordered is different than unavailable. Back ordered means you can order it and they will ship it as soon as it comes in. Unavailable means you have to wait until it's available to order. This product medley kit has everything you want. First of all, there's 48 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper. So right there you can make 48 cards. Okay, but you can do so much more with this. So this is on page 9. So let me bring in the stamp set so you can see that. There's the stamp set. And then it's got these great dies. It's got all these different vases and some greenery. Okay. And with that kit, you also get some great designer series paper, including some embossed paper. You can see I've been using mine. You get these great ribbons, and you get these cute little flowers, which I'm looking for my flowers. I think they got buried. Well, oh no, where's my flowers? Well, hopefully I'll find those. I thought I had them right here. Let me just go on the other table and see if I have them over there. Okay, well, I think they're buried, but that's okay. We can still get started, and you'll be able to see what I'm going to do, okay? Before I start with that, I want to introduce the whiskey business. This is my July class, my Sweet and Simple stamped class. If you'd like to get in on this class, it's $40. With the $40, you get this stamp set. You get the antique corner sliders, and you get 5 projects to do, all cut and ready to go. And you can just go to PayPal and send that to me or contact me at Stampers Delight. So this is for July, and you do have to sign up by July 10th, okay? There'll be more in the description. So let me just show you some of the cards I've done. This drives me crazy because I don't know where my little flowers are. They're probably under here somewhere. I'm sure I'll find them at some point. Maybe they're over here. Nope. Okay. Let's look at the cards that I've done with this set. So this one was done with a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. And of course, the leftover, I did the envelope. Look at that. Isn't that great? I mean, what a gorgeous set. And there'll be still shots on my blog and also on Facebook. So that's the first one. Let me put these over where I'm not going to lose them. The next card I did, and I did use some other stamp sets for sayings. Hi, Winan. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Susan. Hi, Danette. Hi, Teresa. Then I did a Z-fold card. Oh, yes, and I forgot the other things that you get with this. How could I forget to show you these great things? You get some, oh, there's my flowers. There they are. You get the little flowers, and there's two sizes. There's larger ones and smaller ones. These are the large ones, and here's the small ones. I'm kind of rushing because I don't want to lose the internet. You get some of these great gold foil trimmed leaves, and of course all these die cuts for your sentiments. Great, great kit. Okay, so this is the Z-fold card that I did with it. All the different vases, and of course these were stamped and then cut out, and then this piece right here was just the designer series paper cut out. So there's another card that I did with it. Then I added some things that weren't in the kit, like a doily, a sentiment from the fancy phrases, and these are just strips, leftover strips. And then of course, because I used the embossing folder in our new catalog that had the butterflies, I added some little butterflies. Okay. That's another card I did. Of course, I'm doing the matching envelopes. Here's another one with rectangular frame. And the great thing about this is when I did the frame, the middle piece that got cut out was this piece right here, which I just flipped the other side because those papers are double-sided. So there's another card. Oh, I was having such a good time playing with this. Another card that I did was the stand-up card, which I showed you on Friday on my Facebook Live with another stamp set. So that stands up and you can see. There we go. And then the saying is, no saying inside because this is a thank you card. The next one that I did was another fold that I had showed you in one of my other videos, which was the diagonal cut. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this one I did add some of the iridescent sequins. Those are some of the cards that I did with this. And now I'm going to show you the card. Let me put these over here. The card that I'm going to show you tonight is called a four-fold card. So this is the four-fold card. Now I did, on this one, I did use the fancy phrases sayings because I wanted this to be a special birthday card. So the sayings are not from this kit. But now this card opens up like this. And you can see it just pulls out. Isn't that great? And again, here I use the vases with the die cuts. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, and all the dimensions will be later on my on the description. I'm going to take a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock because you do need that. And I am going to do my cut. So again, you need a 12 by 12 because you need it to be 11 inches. Of course, you probably could use 8.5 by 11, but okay. I'm going to use my 12 by 12. And I'm going to go 5.5. Okay. Cut that at 5.5. And then I'm going to make sure it's at 11. So yeah, I guess you could use your 8.5 by 11 now, couldn't you? Okay, and then I'm going to cut that down to 11. So the base is 5.5 by 11. The first thing I'm going to do, close that, and I'm going to come in here and I am going to score this at 1/4 of an inch. Okay, 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to score that. I've only done the card once, so bear with me. Then I'm going to slide it through. Actually, I do have to keep that open. And I am going to score it again at 3 3/4. Okay. Then I'm going to slide it through again at 7 1/4. 7 1/4. And I'm going to do that again. That gives me my score lines. Okay, so now this piece right here, I do have to cut. And I always make myself a cheat sheet here, which you can see. This is my little cheat template. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut this, have your small line, your 1/4 inch right there, and you're going to go to 5 1/8. And I'm never sure where 5 1/8 is, so that's why I make myself a little cheat sheet here, so I can kind of tell. And it's right about a little. If you go here, there's the 1 inch. Just bring that in like maybe 1 notch past the 1 inch. I'm not a mathematician. I tell you that all the time. So I'm going to go to the 1 inch and then just 1 notch over. That's the small score line. And I am going to bring in my cutter. And I am going to cut it down to the very first score line. Okay. Okay. Then I'm just going to take that flap right there, and I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut that off. So that's what you're left with. It does look a little funny, I know. And then I'm going to fold this and use my bone folder to get a good crisp edge. Okay, so that little 1/2 or 1/4 inch right there, we're going to make sure we fold that really good, because the little pieces sometimes are hard to fold. And then I'm just going to burnish it really well. Bring that one in and burnish that one. Okay, there's a lot of pieces to this, a lot of measurements, and I will add them all, okay? All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that flap, and I'm going to take another piece of the Misty Moonlight, and that's going to be added right here. Okay, I am going to have to cut that. I'm going to glue that right down. So I am going to go ahead and use my Tombow. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tombow for this if it comes out. Let me just poke that through. Sometimes it gets a little stuck there. Oop. Okay. And I'm just going to glue that down right here. Now you see I got too much there because I got to trim. I got to do another little trim after I put that down. So I'm laying that down just like that. Okay. And that's going to give me my card base. Now this little piece right here I do have to trim off, so I'm just going to snip that. Okay, so I just snipped it. That's what gives you your base right there. All right. Now I'm going to bring in my pieces, and I'm going to show you how I layered these. Now I will give you the measurements as I'm doing them because I wrote them down. However, I will write them in afterwards. Okay, so this is going to be open for a minute. And I'm going to bring in some So Saffron. For the So Saffron, you need 2 pieces of that, and that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. One of those are going to go right here. Okay, so I'm just going to have that like an edge. And I need something else here. It's amazing how I think I have everything set and I don't. Okay, so this is the front of the card, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put some seal on that. And I'm going to put it right over there and just leave a little bit of an edge. Okay, so you want 2 of these, and that is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 because you want one on the inside too. Okay, so we're going to do all the cardstock first. And then that one's going to be layered right there. The next layer, well, let's just layer it this way. This way I don't lose you. Okay, so the next two pieces are the designer series paper, which are going to go right on top of this. And this is 3 by 4. I think it might be better if I do it that way. I'll probably confuse myself if I don't. So we're going to do 3 by 4 right here. It's just 1/4 of an inch each time. Yes, Vicki, I will put all the dimensions on after I'm done. Okay, and again, another piece of 3 by 4 of the designer series paper, and you can use either side. Okay, so that part's done. A lot of layering, but very cute. Now, for the next part, the very vanilla, you need 2 of these, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, but I'm using one of those embossed edges, or embossed pieces of cardstock, and then a plain one. The embossed one is going to go right on the top, right there. Okay. And then when I open it up, this one is going to go in here. I'm actually going to stamp this one first. Okay, so this we're not going to stamp on. This one I'm going to stamp on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my So Saffron and one of those cute little vases. And you need your mat because it is photopolymer. Okay, and I am going to stamp this right on there. Then I'm going to bring in another stamp from the set, which is the Greenery, and this one I'm going to use Garden Green. And I am going to make sure I get that inked up right, and I am going to just layer that right on top here. So that's stamped. And then so I don't forget myself where it's going, I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And that's going to go right there. Okay. So for the next one, again, you're going to need two each of these. So I am going to bring in 2 3 1/4 by 5 1/4 of the So Saffron. And that's going to go right here. Oh, this one has to be trimmed. Okay, this one I need to trim a little bit. So this one is actually 3 1/4 by 5. Let's see if that's right. Should have been better prepared. Okay, that's going to go right there. I'm going to go ahead and layer that one down. Put that one right there. Now when I flip it, this one is the one. So you need one of these. Again, I'm going to put the dimensions in there because there's so many of them, okay? And then this one goes right here. Okay. That one's going to go right there. Okay. Then we're going to bring in 2 pieces of the Very Vanilla, and that's going to go right in here. Whoop, nope, sorry. Back up. Need the designer series paper. And again, you can flip these if you want. I'm just going to trim this one just a tad. I must have been drinking when I cut this. You get the idea, right? Okay, so that one's going to go right there. And then flip that. And this one's going to go right here. All right, then I'm going to bring in 2 of the Very Vanilla. And this is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. So that's going to go right there. And again, this one was a little too long, so let me just trim that. So go by my dimensions and not by what I'm showing you. It's been a long day. What can I tell you? Okay, so that one's going to go in there. Before I do that, I'm going to do some stamping. And this one is going to go on the opposite side. Okay. So this one, I'm going to bring in this cute little vase and the Misty Moonlight. Or maybe I should have a drink. You're right, Jerry Lynn. I think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to just make sure I got that inked up. Okay, so this one, I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to take that greenery again, but now I'm going to switch colors. So I do have to clean off my stamp. And this one I'm going to use the So Saffron. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some little flowers to this. Got a little goober on there, but we'll fix that. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp those flowers. We'll finish that off later. Okay, so this one, I'm going to go ahead and bring that in here. Okay. And then the next one, right here, I'm going to stamp. Let's see, I think I will stamp a couple of different ones. How's that? So we'll bring in a couple of different things here. Let me stamp this one right here. This is soft suede. And then I'm going to bring in, I'm doing it a little bit different than the original one, and I'll show you that. I'm going to bring in some Sahara sand, and I will use this guy right here. Okay. Hello, April. Hello, Cindy. All right. Then I'm going to bring in that greenery again in the So Saffron, and I'm going to just ink that up. Put that right there and put one right here. And then I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to ink that off. And I'm going to use the green and just add a little green. So it gives it a little shadowing and a little bit more of color. Okay. That one's going to go right here. Now the last panel is, you've got your So Saffron. That's going to go right here. And yeah, I did. I cut these panels wrong, so we're just going to trim that. But again, I'll put all the dimensions on there. And actually, there's no wrong way to do this, because you can make this any size you want. But my panels were too long. I thought I cut them the right size. So I'm just going to cut that. I don't sweat the small stuff. We'll figure it out, right? Okay, so the yellow is going to go right here. Just going to have a little bit of that blue showing. I think I was just worried about losing the internet when I was prepping. Okay, and we're going to just add that right here. Okay, then you got a piece of designer series paper. Again, this is a different pattern, and I'm going to just trim that a little bit, because again, I will put the right dimensions on it when I'm done. Hello, Valerie from Ireland. Okay, and that one's going to go right there. Then I'm going to bring in my very vanilla, and of course I have to trim that too, since I had to trim them all down. When in doubt, just trim them till they fit, right? It's such a great card, though. So this one's going to go right here. And I am going to stamp that one with a bunch of birthday love to you. So I've got the Moonlight Misty Moonlight. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right there. I'm going to take this and clean this off because I want to do this in the So Saffron. Just going to put that one right there. And then I'm going to glue that down. Even if you make a mistake on this card, it looks great, doesn't it? Okay. So now I have the card done like that, right? Isn't that great? Okay, so let's bring this back out. And let me... That's where I made my mistake right there. I didn't have it high enough, but that's okay. I can fix that. What I'm going to do with the front of it now is I'm going to bring in some pieces and decorate it. Okay, so the first one is going to be the vase right here. So it's going to be a little bit different than what you saw. I'm going to grab some dimensionals for that. I hate when I have a really good card to show you and I mess it up a little bit. Okay, so this would go right here. And then I have all these little pieces that I've already cut out so that we didn't have to do that. And I'm going to bring in some of that green, the die cut ones. So I want to add a little green to it. And I'm going to take the ones that are a little bit longer. Okay. And these are all going to be behind this. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to do the green first. Put that right there. And the first layer that I do, I like to just do it flat. Okay, so these I just put some seal on them. Those are flat. Then I'm just going to see how I want to arrange the next ones, which are the yellow. These I'm actually going to use dimensionals. But I'm going to use the minis because it calls for minis. So I'm going to put a mini here, and I'll put a mini right there. Just going to add those. And if that's too long, you can always trim that little bit off. And then I have a gold one. I'm going to use that gold right in the top, right in the front there. Okay, now this one I am going to add a little seal to it instead of a glue dot. And I'm just going to put that right there. Okay, so there's the front. Now I have to put a saying on there. So what I'm doing, because it is a birthday card, and I do have the birthday saying in there, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece of, this is actually just a leftover piece. I'm going to go ahead and grab from the fancy phrases, may your day be filled with heartfelt happiness. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right there. And I'm just going to cut that at an angle. This way I don't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be straight. That's going to go right there. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my Wink of Stella and give it some shimmer. And then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to put a little snail right here, or seal. I'm going to put that right there. Now what I like to do, if it's too long, you could put dimensionals under there, but this one seems to be okay. So there's the front. Now I'm going to open it up, and let's see what we can do in the inside. Okay, so this one right here, I'm going to add some flowers. These cute little flowers. Remember I said there's two sizes. So let's take some of those out and some of the large ones. I'm going to grab some glue dots. If they're near me. Yep, they are right here. And I'm going to add a couple of these little flowers here. So this one, take that off. And let's take a large one and a small one. Now this one already has flowers on it, so I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm not going to put anything on that, but I will put some, let's see, let's grab some rhinestones, I think. How's that? If I grab the Christmas rhinestones, which are back in the catalog, I've got the blue ones, and I can add those right in the middle of these flowers. Right, so there's that one. And then for that side, again, I'm going to add some of these cute little flowers. And you can actually color those with either sponging or your blends. So let's put a couple of those flowers here. And I'll grab a little one. My camera view, good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a great little card. I'm going to show you another little trick to it you can do too when we're done. Let me get those off there. And then maybe put the large one here and the small one here. Whoop. And you see, you have so many pieces left over. Okay, so now we have those. Now what I'm going to go back and do is do some Wink of Stella on all of these. So I'm going to do my yellow first, my in-camera view, perfect. Because I like to have some shimmer and shine. And then this one is, I like to do the light colored ones first before I do the blue, because sometimes it does pick up the color. And then we'll do the light. Did I say Sahara? Yes, Sahara sand. And then we'll go ahead and do the brown. When you use the brown, I will tell you, it kind of goes into the flower, kind of blends in there a little bit, but it looks really cool. Okay, and then we'll do the blue. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab my fancy phrases, because even though this stamp set has a birthday set, it doesn't really have, it just has the one happy birthday, and I want something in here. So this one says, may your day be filled with heartfelt happiness, and this one of course says the birthday one. So I'm going to put, when I count my blessings, let's see if this will fit. That one should fit right there. I count you twice. Let's see if we can fit it in there. And of course you can stamp this all beforehand. I'm not doing it beforehand. I'm just praying that it works. Okay. When I count my blessings, let's open this up. Ta-da. I count you twice. Look at that. Not so bad. And then if you want to decorate some more, you can put some more flowers or rhinestones on it. But, I mean, look at that. Who wouldn't want to get this card, right? Now, it opens up this way. But if you want, you can also glue these two down so it opens more like a book. Okay. So that is my 4-fold card, other than my little mistake in the beginning. But I think this is a great card, and I think anybody would be happy to get that. Let me show you the other one again. And then, of course, I have a leftover piece from the designer series paper that I used. And I would just, well, actually glue it down on here. Because I love making my envelopes match my cards. Thank you, Maureen. And then just trim this off. And now it matches. So let me bring the cards back in to show you. So this is the 4-fold card. Again, what I was saying is if you don't want it to open this way, you can glue these 2 panels together and it would just flip like a book. Then we have the diagonal cut one. This is a great, great product, Medley. I better close these up before I get anything in my hands. And then, of course, the stair step card. And this one, I love that one. I love them all. I just absolutely love this product, Medley. I hope you do too. And a Z fold. And then we have this one. So those are my cards for tonight and my Boho Medley product video. I really enjoyed having you hop on with me. I hope you enjoyed it too. Don't forget, I'll be on Facebook on Friday morning at 7 a.m. Even though I have the day off, I'm still going to get up early so I can hop on Facebook. And I'll be playing with the Playful Pets. Oh, I got a cute card to show you there. So won't you join me? I hope so. Have a great evening. Look for the dimensions when I'm done. It will take me a little while, but I will add them. And go to Stampersdelight.com for the still shots and also on my Facebook page. So let's see. Yes, Vicki, I have your address. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Ellen. Helen Ward. Helen Ward from Oregon. Helen, that's my mother-in-law's name. Her name is Helen Ward. Hi to you. Thank you all so much for joining. Please remember to share my videos. Tell all your friends about my classes. And don't forget that the July class, Sweet and Simple class this month, is a masculine card or cards. 5 projects. You'll get the stamp set, some doodads, and 5 projects to do, plus the video tutorial. So contact me if you'd like to join. I know I didn't use the ribbons, but I mean, you did see the ribbons. But I wanted to show you that card. I thought that was a great card. Great fancy fold card. So have a great evening, everyone. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Geraldine. Hi, Ginny. Hi, Janet. Have a great evening. Have a great week. And I'll be back with you Friday morning on Facebook Live. Bye, everybody.